Are first-time homebuyers doomed? First-time homebuyers are becoming an absolute endangered species. If something doesn't change, one of the hallmark rites of passage into adulthood, a founding principle of the American dream, buying your home, it's going to become nothing more than a fuzzy memory for many people. Now, there are a few bright spots out there. There's still a couple of states where first-time homebuyers actually stand a chance, and I'm going to get into those a bit later in this video. Hi, Emily Farber here, your favorite Iowa YouTubing realtor. If you are interested in all things real estate and Iowa, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Conditions in the U.S. housing market are rough for everybody right now, but first-time buyers seem to have it the worst. Prices have seen a 54% jump since 2019, the start of the pandemic, coupled with interest rates that just won't take a break, not to mention a systemic housing shortage. First-time buyers simply can't compete against home buyers and sellers who have access to home equity. Like I said, it seems like first-time home buyers are doomed. So who actually is the first-time home buyer? In fact, first-time homebuyers aren't as baby-faced as they used to be. The median age of a first-time homebuyer is now at an all-time high of 38 years old, according to the National Association of Realtors 2024 Profile of Homebuyers and Sellers report. The share of first-time homebuyers in the market has decreased over the past year from 32% of buyers down to 24% of buyers, the lowest they've been since NAR began collecting data like this back in 1981. Affordability is at the crux of this issue. It used to be fairly common for homebuyers to find a house that was about 3 times the buyer's annual income. But that ratio has taken a sharp turn since 2019, and now median home prices are 5 times the national household income, according to a report by the Harvard Joint Center for Housing Studies. This report also found that in 2021, buyers needed to make about $100,000 in about 11% of metro areas in order to afford a median-priced home. But that bar of making $100,000 to afford a home has now jumped to nearly 50% of all metro areas in 2024. This shift highlights the growing disconnect between income and housing affordability. Home price to income ratios have reached critical levels in many cities, making it nearly impossible for median income earners to buy a home without significant financial compromises. Adding to the challenge is interest rates. You'll frequently hear people glibly say, well, from a historical perspective, the rates right now are actually fine. Back when I bought a home in 1983, the rate was 13%. Well, great. But what that doesn't acknowledge is that home prices have doubled in the past decade, but incomes have not. For first-time buyers, higher interest rates mean higher monthly mortgage payments, reduced purchasing power, and pricing people out of the market. This is a catch-22. The cooling housing market theoretically benefits buyers by slowing price growth, but the simultaneous increase in rates offsets any potential advantage. Competition is another obstacle in our national real estate market, which suffers from chronically low housing inventory. I read a totally eye-opening fact while doing my research for this video. Did you know that there are 30 rental households for every single home for sale? This is a huge increase from 10 rental households for every house for sale back in 2006. Homes are just not turning over like they used to for a couple of reasons. First, baby boomers are healthier than previous generations. They're living longer and they're aging in place. They are not selling their homes at the rate that one might expect. Second, we have so many people who would absolutely love to move who are essentially chained to their homes because of those uber low interest rates that they were able to get during the pandemic era. When we look at the price of homes now coupled with higher interest rates, it just doesn't make sense for them to move. They are stuck. They're locked in. The normal cycle or ladder in real estate is jammed. So even though interest rates suck and home prices remain ridiculous, there are still enough buyers out there wanting a home that our market is being held up. First-time buyers also often find themselves at a real disadvantage compared to repeat buyers who come to the table equipped with substantial home equity and larger down payments. To add insult to injury, cash-rich real estate investors and institutional buyers can come in and crowd a market, snapping up properties to convert into rental units. These deep-pocketed buyers reduce the inventory of homes available for purchase, and they keep prices inflated. The issue of affordability is not just confined to purchase prices, but extends out into other areas of home ownership as well. It's systemic, honestly. Property taxes, homeowners insurance, maintenance expenses, all of it has risen sharply. For first-time buyers, these financial burdens are setting them up for failure. Even when a buyer manages to scrape together enough for a down payment and they manage to get a property into contract, these ongoing expenses can push their budgets to the breaking point. So where can home buyers, especially first-time home buyers, look for hope when it comes to finding a place to buy and call home? Unsurprisingly, to me at least, several states in the Midwest and a couple in the Northeast saw the biggest gains for first-time buyers according to data coming from Freddie Mac that tracked the percentage point change in share since 2019. Iowa, known for having the most affordable homes in the nation, saw a 12.4% market share increase in the number of first-time home buyers. Nebraska saw an 11.3% increase. Wisconsin was at 10.9%. Connecticut was at 10.8%, and Rhode Island saw their jump of 14.3%. So is this the answer? Do people who are actually serious about wanting to own a home for all of its financial and emotional benefits need to consider relocating to make it happen? If you're interested in learning more about what living in Iowa is actually like, check out this video here. On a national level, I am doubtful that we can unring the bell, so to speak, when it comes to home prices. I just don't see a great reset or a crash ever happening. I see further division between those who have and those who don't have. In August of 2024, the median U.S. home price was $416,700. That's the highest the National Association of Realtors has ever recorded. Now in 2024, which has been the worst real estate market in 30 years, with only 2.5% of homes changing hands this year, according to a Redfin analysis, home prices have still continued to grow. They're up over 5% from last year. This resilience in home prices, even amid shockingly low transaction volume, really it underscores the incredible challenges we're facing as a nation with our housing inventory. So what is the one thing that home buyers can control in all of this? I'll tell you, it's where they choose to buy a home. According to Bankrate's Home Affordability Report, 23% of Americans say that they would be willing to move out of state to find affordable housing. A willingness to relocate could be the key factor for first-time buyers who need to look beyond their high-cost markets to places where affordability aligns more closely with their financial reality. Cities in the Midwest offer lower housing prices and lower overall cost of living. Just like we saw during the Industrial Revolution that pushed Americas from rural areas to urban centers, I'm wondering if housing affordability is going to be the next great force that reshapes where people live in the United States. I need to hear about what you think about home ownership for first-time buyers. How do we fix this affordability and inventory problem that we have? I am also super curious if you have ever considered uprooting your life to move someplace completely different in order to be able to afford to buy a home. Please tell me about it down in the comment section below. Hey, it's been fun, and I'll catch you later.